I saw Godzilla King of the Monsters. It's great. Go see it if you like seeing monsters smash into each other. Unfortunately, the film has dropped nearly 70% at the box office in its second week. Warner Brothers, please don't freak out and do something unreasonable. Oh, fuck, you've already done it. God damn it, alright. Listen up, studios. If you want to avert disaster in a film franchise, more specifically for the upcoming King Kong vs. Godzilla, so Warner Bros., this one is for you. I want to make it clear, no fan of any property, whether it be DC films, Harry Potter, or the Godzilla franchise, want studio-fronted projects. It is clear now that King of the Monsters will underperform at the box office. However, that is okay. Given time, it will most likely make its money back, and if you play your cards right, you could be looking at a major success in the future of this franchise. Kong vs. Godzilla is coming, and unless you somehow fuck this up worse than BVS, it will most likely turn a profit. People like these movies, and they like the direction you're heading in. However, people most definitely do not like when the studio comes in with their big boy pants and sticks their dirty hands into the creative process of the people you have hired to create the movie. Whether general audience members know it or not, they hate movies that come out of studio interference. Oh, what was that, Warner Bros? You're looking for examples? Oh, I'll give you some fucking examples. Hell, even Iron Man 2 got a little fucky because Marvel wanted more Avengers setup rather than Iron Man dealing with alcoholism, which probably would have made for an amazing film. No studio is immune to the ever-itching temptation of setting limitations and restrictions upon their creators. However, it is important for all studios to try their hardest not to get overly involved. Godzilla and his big furry friend are heading in a direction, a rather interesting one at that, and this is not the time to get cold feet and turn the whole bus around. Now is the time to press on the gas and pray that the bus clears the jump, because at least in that scenario, people are most likely going to love the shit out of whatever the outcome is. There is no scenario where you, as a studio, can change what has already been set in motion, and have it come out in any way that isn't complete horseshit. If you want to delay Kong vs. Godzilla and rewrite and rehire, be my guest, but don't, even for one fucking second, think that you will get away with that slimy bullshit unscathed. It's 2019 and half of Twitter is still giving you complete shit, begging for a cut of a film that doesn't exist, which was theatrically released in 2017. You're going to get all those psychopaths worked up along with die-hard Godzilla fans, along with the entire country of Japan. And then they'll take the rights away from you because clearly you don't have the slightest of clues on how to properly execute one of the most beloved film franchises to come from a whole-ass issue that is America's own goddamn fault. The monsters are not the bad guys, the studio is. Because it's a hot mess over at the Warner lot when it comes to figuring out what to do with one of the longest-running franchises in the history of film. You established as a studio in 1923 and are one of the most successful Hollywood studios to date, commanding a share of 18% of the market as of 2017. Obviously, you know how to successfully handle films without completely botching it. But as of late, it seems everyone involved in this franchise is working with all their limbs tied behind their backs. Let's take a look back at the lineup presented for Warner Bros.' so-called Monsterverse. Back in 2014, Warner released his first film in the franchise to slightly less than great reviews. However, the film prevails successfully. Then, after 3 long years of waiting, the next film is released, giving audience members just enough time to completely forget about what happened in the last one, and also to lose all interest. What was that? The movie didn't do as well? Okay, let's pump out a sequel to the first film 5 years after, and wait, it's even less successful than the last? Now you want to delay the team-up movie that would pit 2 extremely popular characters that have been around in pop culture for decades against each other? Alright, you get my point. It's like Warner Brothers is going in fucking circles when it comes to the direction they want to head in what should be their 2 ultra-mega box office franchises that, if worked correctly, would be making them billions. But no, because they have zero foresight and can't fathom the idea of allowing a director to create a film, they're going to delay, put a time restriction, reshoot the film to hell, and edit together another Frankenstein of a film for all people to hate the moment they lay their eyes on the steaming hot pile of dung that will be released in cinemas late 2020. It's time you learn your own lessons. A smart child realizes they shouldn't do a bad thing when punished, and an even smarter child learns from other people making mistakes so they don't have to suffer the consequences. You got 3 hot properties right now, Warner. All 3 of them are wildly popular and have a built-in fan base that is clamoring to love everything about your films. But with each passing year, you are losing more and more of them as you sort your shit out. I'm not going to pretend like I know how to run a massive studio like Warner. However, I can see that doing the same thing to each of your properties is doing absolutely nothing for you but burning your own damn money. I want to love everything you make because honestly, a lot of your films are the reason I love films. But holy shit, just get yourselves together. I love Godzilla 2014 and I absolutely love Kong Skull Island, and guess what? I absolutely especially love King of the Monsters, so I am begging you, Warner, please don't ruin this franchise all because this one film isn't going perfectly according to plan. I know it is a business and money is the main focus, but for the love of God, just make a great movie.